job to me. It's a hobby. Busting people's chops for the entertainment of other people is a hobby. I do it because my jokes make people laugh. I try to make people have a slightly better day than they're having. If I can make one shitty joke at someone's expense for being a fucking retard, or being an actual sick fuck pedophile, then I've done my job. If I've made one person have a better day by laughing at the stupidity of people such as yourself, then I've done what I needed to do for the day.
Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson and welcome to another episode. Y'all love it when I talk about sexual topics, so we're gonna cover that today. If you like personal growth, development kind of topics, that's mostly what I focus on, and it's always under a trans lens. So with that, we're gonna talk about masturbation, and this is specifically for trans people and trans women, I guess. Yeah, masturbation. Where do I even start? So I guess where I start is how I initially learned how to masturbate. And as a person who thought she was a man, masturbation for me, I discovered in the shower. I discovered masturbation in the shower, and it was just like the water from the shower faucet hitting my penis at the time, and that suddenly felt good. And then I liked to kind of let it sit under the water, and that felt really great. And then I had my first orgasm. I didn't even really understand what that was at the time. It just felt good. But it wasn't until middle school when I saw people starting to go like this that I started to understand, oh wait, I can use my hand to masturbate. And so I started using my hand, and that kind of became a thing. But the larger kind of point in my timeline where things started to change, because that kind of just developed, I started to just masturbate like that, was when I started taking hormones, because my experience in my genitalia changed. I no longer identified as a cis man. I was non-binary, and then eventually evolved into identifying as a trans woman. And through that process, I started taking HRT. And it was about 6 months in where HRT really started to change how my, now I call it my clit, how my clit reacted and worked, and how pleasure happened there. Suddenly, masturbation didn't really work anymore. If you are under the testosterone regime, it's a lot easier to kind of just like massage it physically. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I like to see myself doing this in the camera. Oh, that's kind of, yeah, I'm naughty. But doing this was fine. Like, just physical stimulation does the trick. And I think historically that was fine. But once estrogen kind of took over my reaction to the way that my body felt, suddenly I couldn't get aroused just from physical stimulation, and I didn't know how to orgasm. I stopped orgasming, and it started to not feel good in the same way. It actually didn't feel good at all to do this up and down. And so I probably spent about a year confused where, like, how to orgasm, how to make my body feel good when I'm doing it. And I really didn't actually come at all. I think it was like a year of sexual activity without really orgasming. And I tried lots of things. I tried anal stimulation. I tried using a vibrator, using my hands. And I think it was partially because I just wasn't locked in or connected with my body because I was going through this adaptation and change. And also, I think it was a recalibration of how I understood pleasure for myself. And this is kind of the key, was realizing that to get myself aroused and to stay aroused, I needed to have a mental space in my head. I needed to find a mental place to get aroused and to orgasm. Because I think what was happening is I was trying to use the old paradigm of physical stimulation to get aroused. And that would work for just a little bit, but within a few minutes, it would just die down and I would lose track of where my pleasure was happening. And it was kind of like a chasing this thing that you had to focus on where you're like, oh my God, like I'm starting to feel like I could come. And now I need to kind of like try and capture that flame. And every time you try to capture that orgasm flame, you're kind of like trying too hard and then it disappears. You know that feeling where you've ever had to like, you've tried to grasp something, like an idea or a feeling, and as you try to grasp that, it actually disappears. The harder you try to grasp something, the harder it is to actually grasp it. Isn't that like this weird, ironic, like duality thing? That's what it was for me for like masturbation and orgasms. But now recently, I've actually become pretty good at orgasming and figuring out how to pleasure myself. And I think the major difference here is also where I touch myself. On my clit, it used to be like, if I just used my hand, it used to be like the whole shaft and everything was pleasurable. But now, it's only really one spot. It's right here. It's right here at the tip and the head. And that really is the place. It's kind of honestly exactly like a clitoris. You kind of have to massage it like a clitoris, and a vibrator does a great job at that. And massaging just this area will make me orgasm. But the thing is with this orgasm is it feels great, but it's not the locus of my pleasure anymore. Before, as a cis male, I think my pleasure was strictly from the penis because that's how you orgasm and that's where all the pleasure comes from. But with estrogen, suddenly your body pleasure becomes really big, like your boobs, like your nipples become sensitive and they feel really good, and that can draw pleasure. And the way that you're touched and your neck and your whole body changes. And so when I masturbate now, like I touch myself in places in my body that I wouldn't have considered erotic areas, especially my boobs, because, you know, I just love my boobs. But like that's kind of, I think, probably the biggest change that I've experienced in masturbation as a trans woman. And something to think about if you're transitioning and going through HRT is really finding like, where's that mental space? And also how are your physical body parts changing and recalibrating with estrogen? What's changing in your body? What's changing how you receive pleasure? And can you explore that? Can you find new ways of enjoying your body and experimenting, not feeling shame for it, and being open-minded? Because there's so many other places in the body. Like another place that I discovered was under the perineum, under the clit, like in between the anus and the clit. There's this area that you can massage that also feels really good. And that place can also help me kind of orgasm and come. Also anal stimulation can be great, but oftentimes I find anal stimulation to be so overwhelming that it kind of kills off the front part of the experience. And that's okay. But like, normally I kind of just like to rub, I like to rub the front and the middle and a little bit of the back too, if I'm gonna come. Like when I have sex with my current partner, actually, you know what I really love is I love to give oral sex. Oral sex for me is probably the most erotic part because it shuts off my freaking head. My head is so complicated. There's so many things going on. There's so much thinking. And when I have, when I have a dick in my mouth, it's like you can only focus on that. And suddenly you kind of like my mind kind of shuts off and I become more present. And so I kind of like use this vibrator on my clit while I'm giving head, and that really just turns me on enough to orgasm. I haven't really orgasmed just from having someone else penetrate me before. It really involves some form of masturbation when I'm with a partner, and when I'm without, obviously, it also involves masturbation, but I'm a lot lazier when I'm doing it on my own because no one's looking and there's no kind of performative aspect of the experience. So that's some of my thoughts on masturbation. I'd love to hear your thoughts too, and like what you thought was super valuable in this. And if you're a patron of mine, thank you for supporting me. If you'd like to support me, you can check out my Patreon page, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.
Yo, what up? I'm Rob. I'm making for GoGoWellness.com.
Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson, and does dick size matter? This is something that we're going to talk about today in our deep dive video. If you are a person that likes personal growth and you like to overcome your problems and changing your narrative, this is kind of for you. I do this through the lens of being trans, but being trans is not a requirement to watching this show and this channel. So let's talk about dick size, shall we? So I think like the myth, let's talk about the myth first. The myth of dick size is that women always talk about, oh yeah, like big dicks are great and having a big dick is super important in the bedroom. And I think women and men on a high level will probably say, yeah, that's kind of the myth. Bigger is better, you know? But as a trans woman, I would have to say I've had some really big dicks. I've had really big dicks. Probably, okay, so this is my massage gun. And you can see kind of like the size of this thing, right? I've had a dick that's like from here to probably here. That's really big. That's like almost my whole arm. And it didn't feel very good. I don't think we were able to get it in past the tip. It was just too big. And that's kind of, I think, the core of my message here is size does matter, but not in the way that you think. I think big dicks are too big. If you do anal, which is the way that I receive sex, it's just gonna rip my hole. And that's not a nice feeling. It also, if I try to thrust with it, it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. It's gonna be stretching me, which is actually kind of sounding hot, but it's gonna be stretching me in ways that it's not gonna feel good. Like we would have to have very, very slow sex for a very long time. And I wouldn't enjoy that if it's super painful and it's hurting. Also, with oral, you can't really do much if it's so big that you can barely fit it into your mouth. Like, what are you gonna do? Just like massage the tip? Like, that's kind of boring. That's not a lot of fun. So I have found that really, really big dicks, from just a fitting it in the hole perspective, are not very good. I would also add on to this that men with really big dicks are overconfident about their ability to perform. Now, this is a generalization. I don't think it's good for all men, but if you're a hot guy, I've found typically the hotter the guy and the bigger the dick, the less good they are in bed, because they rely on the fact that they look really good, that lots of women want to have sex with them, and because they have a big dick, they think they're able to pleasure anyone because their dick is so big. But when it comes to being a trans woman, that's not really the thing that's going to get me off. And I think for most women, it's not the thing that's going to really get them off. There's a huge mental component to it. And there's a huge, like, how do you use it? How do you move with it? How do you get into it? Oh my God, so naughty. And so, like, I think big dicks look cool, but I have found that I really like dicks that are about the size of this salt grinder. Like, this is a pretty good size. If it's a little bit bigger, I'd say like here, this is probably the perfect size. I'd say this is about between 6 and 8 inches, depending on, you know, where you land. And that, to me, is a perfect size dick. And it's, you know, it's not the size of my fist. It's kind of like in the center of my fist. This will stretch in a way where, it'll stretch in a way where you feel it stretching, but it won't be tearing you up. And it'll go in, but it won't go too deep. Like, when the dick is too long, it pokes inside and it feels really kind of like you're kind of going too deep. You're pushing up against a part of my intestines that is meant to be closed, and I haven't released this. And I think this is more of a typical person that has sex. Like, I have sex right now. I'm seeing a guy. I have sex like every time I see him twice a week. We have sex for like anywhere from an hour to like 2 hours. I think we had sex for 3 hours one night. It was, oh my God, he's so good. And he has a dick like that salt or pepper shaker. And so it's been fantastic. And it's really helped me solidify my opinion on this, because the previous guy that I've seen had a much bigger dick and he kind of relied on the size and it just wasn't that good. So I think there's kind of like, when it comes to does dick size matter, it does. And I think it comes down to what's your comfort range? What's too big, what's too small? Like, if you play with a dildo a lot and your dildo is getting progressively bigger and bigger, of course bigger is going to be better for you because you've really trained and stretched. But I don't do training on my own. I just kind of want to, I think it's hot to kind of grow with the person that you're having sex with, to kind of get into it more. They can feel a part of that ownership in that process and feel like they are the ones stretching you. You're tight and you, God, this is hot. And you kind of fit with them rather than you just being like, oh, I'm super loose, I'm super big in terms of my stretchiness, and you're just not big enough. Like, that just kind of sounds not so good. That doesn't sound as rewarding of an experience, and then you're just kind of dissatisfied. So there's kind of like this middle ground, and I think there's a sweet spot to really finding. I really don't like the thin dicks that are really long. Like, then it just feels like someone's poking you with a needle. I didn't date, I hooked up with a friend's roommate, and his dick was like this big, and he's like so hot, but he's an asshole, and his dick was not, it just felt like he was poking me. I didn't have any pleasure in that. It really comes down to vibing with how your body is. That's what I found. My current partner really listens to my body and moves slow, and knows when he can start to move fast and really start to push and to pound pound me. And that makes a satisfying sexual experience. It makes the pleasure really nice. And giving oral to it is great because I feel like I can fit it in my mouth, and we can do all sorts of things with my mouth and his dick, which is also very hot. You can go down, I can deep throat it. I can choke on it a little bit, and we can just kind of move and vibe with it, and that feels fantastic to me. So yeah, this is my dick size video. If you have questions and you'd like to know more, there it is. Please subscribe if this is new for you. Please like and tell the algorithm to share it with other people. And yeah, if you'd like to support me, you can check out my Patreon. You can join my Discord group. You can check out my book on transitioning and my meditation series. I'll see you in another episode soon. Bye.
Not everybody's gonna like what I say, but honestly, I don't care. I don't like you either. White people feel very emboldened right now to not get their vaccine because they've never once had to be held accountable for the amount of disease that they have spread all over the planet. We've waltzed into every region of the world carrying disease and killing off entire communities and groups of people because our inconvenience is more important than their existence. And you don't even understand that because they won't even teach it in school. And the idea that you'd have to go and do some research yourself is terrifying to you. So get your vaccine, wear your mask, and shut the fuck up. I don't care about your feelings.
I do not understand why in the year 2021 we are still pledging allegiance to a flag and talking about us all being under God in a public school. Does anyone else find this extremely bizarre?
Alright, well, let's get on with reading some autism. Let's see here. Dedicated to all those who suffer from the stupidity of the conservative madness and those who died / suicide homicide from the results of conservative bullying, you have my deepest sympathies and prayers. Again, you're more or less saying that people have killed themselves or have been killed by conservatives under the basis that you think so. Again, like, you're straight up saying that people have killed other people because those people that killed them happen to be conservative. That is retarded. You're inherently saying that people are being killed by conservatives without having any actual sources cited as to why the fuck that would be even remotely credible. The Number One Code Part 2, Chapter 1, Mocking Those Who He Victimized. Can you explain to me why the chapter is why is the word mocking is capitalized but none of the letters in the other words are? And again, who is he? Me? Is that it? Because if people come into this uninitiated, they're not gonna know. It's better if you actually just explain what the person's name. Gage is well known for mocking the LGBT+ community and liberals in his hate speech rants on his YouTube channel. Quote, Gage the Doom Guy and Streaming Doom Guy. Again, calling you a disgusting piece of shit and saying that pedophiles are disgusting, fucked up human beings is not the same thing as attacking people who are gay, bisexual, or transgender. Okay? It's not the same thing. Fuck you. As in the last few books, Gage is perceived as an egotistical moron who drags Kate along for a ride on his delusional-based roller coaster called his life. Okay, so if someone's in a long-term relationship with someone because they love and care about this human being and they do have a mutual love and care for one another, it means that the other person's been kidnapped and taken away from their family. No. This person and I live in separate households with relatives. If anything was going on that their family actually believed was harmful to them, odds are I'd be charged by law enforcement or by the family. If anyone in her family actually suspected that she was in any sort of real danger in any way whatsoever, they would most likely be very upset with me and hold me accountable. But that's not the case. A chronic liar who clearly hates drag queens. Why is the word drag queens capitalized? They don't need to be capitalized. He believes that, quote, drag queens hurt people. No, I believe pedophiles hurt people. Stop taking what the fuck I say out of context, you fucking cunt. He is also known for bullying and harassing transgender people and slandering liberals. It's not transgender people, it's you. And it's not liberals, it's you, a psychotic fucking leftist nutbag. Sadly, however, throughout the years, Gage has been growing worse and worse. Why? Because I tell you to leave me the fuck alone and you keep fucking harassing you keep harassing people like a fucking asshole? Fuck yourself. From his lack of knowledge to his refusal to get an education, Gage is certainly leading himself to certain doom. How? How am I leading myself to certain doom? I'm not doing things that are self-destructive or harmful to anyone else except people who act like retards or disgusting fucking child predators. You're acting like people disagreeing with you and telling you to shut the fuck up is the same thing as wiring themselves with armed explosives. Shut the fuck up. It's heavily surprising that people like Gage still exist on Earth. No, it's not. There's nothing surprising about people that differing from your opinions existing on the planet because your opinions are heavily based upon you telling yourself you're a fucking genius. You're a fucking retard. A conservative who still believes that age exists and thinks that only one person believes otherwise. You are the only person that believes otherwise. You are the only other person that thinks otherwise, because no one else has ever espoused these beliefs except you. You stupid prick. Go down, is there anyone that we can prove that is not a psych account of yours that's saying the exact same thing? Because if not, then that statement would be true. A fool that says, quote, I don't have a problem with drag queens, yet makes countless exceptions to his statement. Again, criticizing someone that's a convicted child predator who was in drag is not the same thing as saying every drag queen is a child predator, you fucking asswipe. A racist who called Asian people fish, yet won't address the monstrosities of the Trump administration, who Gage has admitted to supporting. Okay, so because again, not a racial slur, prove it. I'm not gonna go any further than that, shut the fuck up. Sadly, Gage has hardly any memory of half the things that he says. No, I remember what I say, it's just the fact that 90% of the shit that I've said you've either taken out of context or you just distorted because you know for a fact that if you actually quoted me verbatim, you'd look like the idiot. Like, if I say I don't like pedophiles, and then you switch out the word pedophile for drag queen, then you're the one that looks like the fucking asshole, because then you're trying to label drag queens as, like, all drag queens as child predators. I kind of find it funny that you're an asshole who refuses to accept the fact that no one that you talk about is obligated to believe everything you say without question just because you say they should. His mental problems has taken its toll on his ability to reason with people. You mean my mental problems have taken its toll. And, dude, you don't need apostrophe if you're saying it's as in something that belongs to it. You say it's as in it is. You dumb fuck. Here's the thing, I reason with people who are actually capable of reasoning. You are not. Because you've demonstrated no ability to understand what the fuck you're saying. If Gage ever reads this, he will make excuses for his actions and blame everyone else for his flaws. By everyone else, you mean you, the person who's going out of their fucking way to over-exaggerate what another person said or done, just so they look like the professional fucking victim. You're an asshole. A typical conservative in its own right. You mean in his own right. You're a fucking retard. He believes that conservatism, being a conservative, is a good lifestyle choice. It isn't in any way good, and is highly hateful and destructive to humanity, and will do anything to protect his lifestyle choice of being one. Just because I disagree with you being a psychotic leftist asswipe doesn't mean I'm conservative. It means I'm just not going with everything you say. Your whole idea of being a conservative just means they disagree with you on anything. Anything. Like someone says that rape is a truly fucking horrific and unfortunate thing that happens to people, you call them a conservative. They say age is more or less a measurement of someone's lifespan or a particular era in history. You say they're conservative because they use the definition that the dictionary itself ends up cataloging. You're such a fucking brain-dead asswipe that everything you say is more or less designed to be a fucking contradiction in and of itself. Your arguments are so circular and retarded that no one takes you seriously. Disagreeing with some retard with an ego problem is not the same thing as hating the human race. Even if it means denying the very dictionary who at one time was used by gays to try to take down liberals and the like. No, there's a difference between trying to take someone down and then there's citing actual definitions of words that you've misused just to make yourself like the victim, you fucking prick. And what was I denying in the dictionary? Leaving in denial, Gage thinks he knows everything and that the world owes him something. I never once said the world owed me anything. I've never once tried to portray that argument or tried to even remotely state that sort of fucking bullshit premise. He has no knowledge of life, nor does he care about it. In his own little world, Gage believes that you can die from sex, which isn't true. Yeah, you can die from sex, because if someone has AIDS or something, it can fucking kill you. Like, if someone has, like, a deadly, venereal disease, if you're not being careful, you could catch it and die. Like, if someone, for example, is, like, doing something dangerous, you could actually suffer injury if you're not careful during the act. Like, there are people who have had sex who've been sent to the emergency room because they've injured themselves during the act of having sex. I'm not saying sex is inherently bad, so long as everyone understands it and everyone's okay with it, and no one's biologically related and that there are no minors or animals involved. He also believes that a person's sex life is somehow his business, which it's not. No, I'm not saying a person's sex life is someone's business. I'm saying that if a person's trying to molest children, then law enforcement should be aware of it. That is not the same fucking thing as saying that I'm, here inside everyone's life, telling them who they can and cannot fuck. You sound like a fucking retard. He wasted 2 years running a failed smear campaign against me and the liberal community in a pathetic effort to push for a heterosexual state. I never once said everyone was obligated or was meant to be heterosexual. I don't care if you're gay or straight or bi or trans. I don't fucking care. You're so fucking stupid. You're going against what people are directly saying. You're so fucking stupid. A nation that banishes the community. No, I'm not trying to banish anyone. I'm saying that pedophiles and child molesters should be thrown the fuck out of the country. That is not the same thing as, like, unjustifiably persecuting gay people. Fuck you. Or trans people. Like, stop fucking saying that I'm trying to, like, fucking have people, like, persecuted or anything like that, because that's really not what I'm about. You fucking prick. supports the quote normal heterosexual community. Again, you're saying normal as though there is no such thing as that, which is interesting because Gage also supports the Make America Great Again campaign. And the more recent Keep America Great, which everyone but conservatives knows that is just a ploy to cover up the real agenda to, quote, make America white again, which makes sense because Gage is always rude to Asians and people from other countries. You're not from another country, you stupid fucking faggot. You're just an asshole with an ego problem who tries to tell himself he's a genius. All you really are is a duplicitous little shit smearer who's trying way too hard to convince people he's a genius, that he's like some sort of victim that's trying to speak up for the people, when really all you are is a delusional retard who's too stupid to shut the fuck up and go away. The only reason I'm reading this at all, really, is just because I wanted to finish this. Gage is known to deny the existence of many countries. Such as which countries? Which countries am I denying the existence of? Besides your made-up one. You lying little fuck. He is known to cover up his true feelings about another person. Not really. If I think someone's a fucking asshole, I'm gonna call them a fucking asshole. If they're doing some really fucked up bullshit, I'm gonna straight up say they're doing fucked up bullshit. If someone's like doing some really terrible, horrific shit, I'm gonna say that they're doing terrible, horrific shit. Are you so fucking stupid that you think, well, because you're not being mean to these people, it means you're not being honest? No, it means I really don't care. It means I don't see the fucking point. Like, you're so desperate to give someone prejudices that you'll just try to label someone as a prejudiced for no fucking reason. You're an asswipe. He hates immigrants and supports building a wall on the U.S.-American border. No, I don't hate immigrants. At all. I am welcoming to people who come here going through the proper channels. Fuck yourself. He supports people committing suicide except conservatives. He hates China and Chinese people. When have I ever said I hated China in any way? When have I ever directly said that I hated China or wished ill will upon China? At all. Gage has proven all of this in his YouTube videos and elsewhere, yet somehow he expects people to take him seriously when he denies such actions and beliefs. I deny things that I don't actually do or believe. The same reason that if I called you a conservative, you'd say you're not one because you're not one. It's the same principle. You say stupid shit that's not true when everyone says you're an idiot. And if I were to say something that's about you that's like patently untrue, like if I were to call you a conservative when it's obviously not true, then it means that it would be the same thing. It's the same equivalency. You're saying that someone's doing shit that they're not doing, and then you're mad when someone calls you out for things you're actually doing. He believes, believes, not beliefs, numbnuts. Learn how to fucking spell. Learn how to use past tense. Believes that by blaming everyone else for his actions, that somehow makes him innocent. I'm not blaming anyone for my personal actions if I decide to do something. I'm deciding to read this because I legitimately think it's retarded and I want to make fun of it. I've never once, like, tried to pretend that me doing something of my own volition, like, makes me some sort of victim. I'm doing this because I enjoy I'm like a fucking masochist in the sense that I enjoy subjecting myself to this kind of mental AIDS. He clearly has trouble understanding the context of books that he reads. No, I don't. I'm reading this right now, and it seems to be that it's just a bunch of horseshit rhetoric. I could go on and on about Gage deficiencies, but unlike him, I have a life. You have a life! Yeah, you do. I'm sure you do. That's why you spent, like, I don't know how many more weeks producing this bullshit after I made fun of the first one. You made 2 full books about someone and their partner and a friend of theirs, and you have a life. Meanwhile, other people talk about you for maybe an hour, and then they move on. And that's it. Like, the rest of the day is like whatever else the fuck they want to make of it. Fuck you. Seeing how he knows that he wants to blame me for his choice to waste his life harassing innocent people who was living in peace until he came around with his bullying and fake news. Yeah, because when you start stalking people on their personal Facebook profiles and harassing them, it's justified because you say it is. That's living in peace. Fuck yourself. Like, threatening to kill Jennifer and shit. Like, yeah, that was reasonable. Fuck you. It is interesting how he completely ignores the fact that if Gage was not the way that he is, then nobody would be complaining. By nobody, you mean you. About him. If he kept his negativity to himself, then he wouldn't keep getting himself into trouble. Yeah, trouble. Because I am so sure that Captain Spurgy McRetardfish is going to have a bunch of police officers knocking on my door to If Gage didn't drag Kate into his madness, then she wouldn't be dragged into this. Just because someone's there because they want to know what the fuck is going on is not the same thing as you having the right to try to leak their name to harass them. Fuck yourself. Gage therefore brought this on himself. He meddled in the affairs of humanity, and now it has come back to haunt him, aka karma. Yeah, stalking someone's partner to annoy the shit out of someone is karma. Fuck yourself and kill yourself. Gage's statement of, an eternity of suffering isn't good enough for you. Is it clear that Gage hatred for humanity? If I direct it at one fucking asshole, it's not the same thing as hating the entire human race, you fucking pussy-ass bitch. Which is interesting because Gage is the one who is suffering, not me. How am I suffering? I am getting rich off of Gage's stupidity, while Gage is suffering from my intelligence. How are you getting rich? No one's buying these. There's no verified purchases on this horse shit. I'm getting these through Amazon Kindle, which means you're not seeing a fucking penny. Fuck yourself. While Gage is suffering from my... So, an eternity of intelligence is a lot better than Gage internal suffering. You mean eternal suffering, you fucking spastic babbling screeching numbnuts. No wonder he has so much hatred in his heart and utilizes that hatred to hurt others. Gage can't even bother to get people's name right and makes excuses for being racist. Not one time has he sincerely apologized for his destructive actions. Oh, do I owe you an apology because I refuse to pander to you, you simpering bitch? Kill yourself. I mean it. Fucking kill yourself. Deep throat a fucking shotgun and blow the back of your fucking ass off. I'm getting sick of fucking assholes like you spamming the internet trying to say that the world's obligated to pander to you because you're a fucking loser who can't do anything with his life. It's not my fault you're a faggoty dipshit who needs to constantly blame society when he does stupid shit. Fuck you. What does that tell you about these conservatives and their mindset? It shows how hateful and uncaring these conservatives like Gage really are, and the threat that these people are to humanity. They love watching the suffering of others, and they will continue to do so until we are all dead. Again, calling you a fucking asshole and saying you need to go fuck yourself is not the same thing as committing a planetary genocide. You stupid fucking bitch. Chapter 2, we do have a choice. Yeah, you do have a choice. It's called shut the fuck up and go away. And stop producing this libelistic horse shit. I will be contacting a lawyer once this is over, and I will sue you for the cardboard box you're living in, you fucking homeless retard. And no, I don't have a problem with all homeless people. I just don't like you because you're a prick. Before you start saying, we ain't the homeless, shut the fuck up. Gage is a danger to society for the following reasons. Yeah, I'm sure I'm a danger to society because I criticize one retard on the internet. 1. He purposely hurts people for sport and then brags about it on his YouTube channel, and when he's exposed, he lies about it and goes on an unintelligent rant about how, quote, everyone else is wrong but me. That's what you do, you fucking asswipe. You go out of your way to say that everyone else is a fucking idiot because they disagree with you when you don't provide any evidence to help validate your own claims. I find it funny that you're the one that's sucking his own asshole every time he says something, and everyone else is just the egotist. Fuck yourself, you projecting pussy. He wishes that every liberal SJW and community member would die. No. Not every liberal, not every SJW. Just pedophiles. Like you. That is not the same thing as wishing death upon every person who I would consider mildly annoying. And not every and again, you're not a liberal, you're a leftist. Leftists have hijacked liberalism. So fuck yourself. He hates Asians and makes excuses for being racist against them, which includes denying the fact that fish is among other things. If fish is a racial slur, then why don't you cite it with an actual dictionary definition from Webster's dictionary or any other dictionary? It's almost like you can't because you're a retard and you're too stupid to accept the fact that you're wrong about something, besides the myriad of other things you've been boldly faced lying about. 4. He believes innocent people and blames his victims for his insanity. Yeah, bullies, yeah, because when you start stalking people and you're harassing other people, they tell you to leave them the fuck alone. It's the same thing as you just being unjustly fucking persecuted. Fuck yourself. 5. He made fake news videos about multiple liberals who have done nothing wrong. Yeah, if you criticize Onion Boy for being a disgusting fucking child predator, Jim Soroka for being a disgusting domestic abusing cocksucking asshole, or Andy for being a disgusting dog fucker, yeah, you criticize those people, you're the worst person alive. Meanwhile, Dopey McPedophile here is telling everyone else he's a genius. Who has done nothing wrong. He also makes recruitment videos for his anti-human cult. Again, it's not a cult, nor is there anything else, just because I call you a fucking asshole. 6. He has no respect for individuality or freedom of speech. Coming from the dumb motherfucker who wants everyone to essentially be homogenized and exist in a monolith where everyone thinks and acts the same fucking way he does. Let's face it, you don't care, like, for someone that claims to be about diversity, you don't really give a shit about diversity. You want everyone to think and act the same way. You don't care what race someone is, just so long as they think and act the same way you do. That's all you are. You're a duplicitous, lying fucking faggot who refuses to accept the fact that not everyone on the planet's gonna mindlessly adhere to whatever narrative you throw in front of them. You sound like a fucking asshole. 7. Again, not 2 people, 1 person, self-defense, fuck you. I'm not gonna explain that again, fuck off. I don't understand how a person like Gage is allowed to function freely without supervision. So because I disagree with you and call you a dipshit on the internet, it means that I'm not capable of, like, doing things on my own? That's ridiculous. In any case, if Gage ever chooses you to bully, you have to be ready to protect yourself at all costs. Such as false flagging, false DMCA, file a whole bunch of duplicitous horseshit reports to try to get someone removed from the platform because you're a giant pussy. For one thing, know what your rights are. Yeah, know what your rights are, because if someone tells you to shut the fuck up and leave them alone, it means you have the right to keep stalking them. Fuck you. Knowing this will allow you to recognize the telltale signs of inappropriate behavior. You mean telltale. And no, here's the thing. If I tell you to leave me the fuck alone because you're stalking me, that is not the same shit as me being inappropriate to you. It's the other way around. If someone's going about their business trying to mourn the loss of a family member and you decide to be a cocksucker and following them around and bothering them about it, it's you who's being the asshole, not the other person. It gives you power to spot trouble and the knowledge of a knowledge to know how to keep yourself safe and what action to take. Yeah, keep yourself safe, yeah. If he calls you a fucking faggot on the internet for acting like a psycho-stalking piece of shit, it means that he's gonna attack you, No, it means go the fuck away, shut the fuck up, leave me alone. You fucking stalker. I love how you're calling me a stalker, but yet you've written, like, what, 3 little bullshit essays about me so far? Fuck yourself. By the way, if you mention Kate's name and, like, something happens to her, I will fuck you up. I will fuck you up. I will find a way to get to whatever, like, homeless shelter you're staying at, and I will make sure I slam your fucking neck in the door until your head snaps right off the bone. Another thing is to reconfigure when Gage is putting a spin on something. Like all conservatives, Gage takes passages from different texts and then spin them to mean something that is completely different than the text's original meaning. You mean spins them, not spin. Spins, as in something that is moving instead of something that's moved once. No, I'm not putting a spin on shit. I'm straight up just I'm translating what you say to people that aren't fucking retarded, so that they know that you're not, so they can just see how full of shit you are. He does this when he is guilty of something. No, I do this because it's obvious you're trying to fucking lie about someone and then all you're trying to do is cover your own ass by saying that it's okay for you to lie about someone because you're... No, it just means you're being a fucking faggot and you refuse to accept the fact that your arguments are circular and make no fucking sense, and despite the fact they make no sense, you're telling yourself that they do. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I can't emphasize that enough. Shut the fuck up. Nobody fucking cares. For example, when he is called out as a bully, he will go off by saying, by bully you mean someone criticizing you, which is true. If I meant criticism, then I would have written it in text. So if the text says bullying, then it's exactly what I mean, without exception or an alternative motive. This whole thing is an ulterior motive, dumb fuck. You're more or less trying to write this shit with the intention of whipping up what is essentially an SJW leftist cuckold lynch mob to start shit with someone and have them harassed on their Facebook. Fuck off. Yeah, because I'm a little bit mean to you for being a retard on the internet. It's the same thing as being a bully. Shut the fuck up. You're like 30-something years... You're 30 fucking years old. And you're reacting to criticism or someone simply telling you to leave them the fuck alone. Like a kid reacts when he's told that he can't have a piece of candy at the supermarket checkout lane. Fuck you. Which is why the majority of Gage's videos have been determined to be fake news. By you. This is why Gage can't be trusted and why these books are written and with the text that they contain. These books contradict Gage lies with facts and truth without worry of Gage or his whole harassing and censoring the truth, like he does on YouTube and elsewhere. So what you're saying is that because I am unable to directly respond to you, unless I'm doing stuff like this, it means that it's true because no one's able to oppose you. That's the thing. You're more or less saying that because no one's able to oppose you in writing, then you're right. Like, that's the logic you're working under. It's retarded. Gage hates gender studies. Mostly said studies proves his ideology to be inaccurate and false. No, it's because mostly it's based upon telling a bunch of people that they're the victims of society and that society needs to be altered to fit their needs just because they exist. Fuck you. But also because said studies are used by his arch enemy, the liberals and the left. You mean cuckolds and retards. Gage is constantly living in the past have created for him a distorted view of life, a view that is outdated and out of style, a view that does not work in the 21st century or any century in the future. Having an outdated ideology in the modern world is dangerous not only for humanity as a whole, but to Gage. Yeah, I'm sure disagreeing with you is dangerous. Shut the fuck up, retard. As explained in previous book, a lack of knowledge can be detrimental to humanity's existence. In Gage's case, it is dangerous because he does not have the intelligence to know that words hurt and that bullying is wrong. Bullying is wrong, guys! You're saying words about me because I went out of my way to slander and stalk you! You're the bully! Fuck you, you're like 30 years old. You're 30 fucking years old again and you can't, you're such a fucking retard. It's not even funny. Freedom of speech does not give you permission to bully others. Gage is bullying people which has nothing to do with criticism, because criticism helps people become better people, and everything that Gage does says is destructive at best. So because you can't shut the fuck up and leave people alone when they tell you to go the fuck away, that means, you're being victimized? Fuck you. Gage also thinks that if you cry because he victimized you, then you are a retard. No, I'm saying that if you overreact to something simplistic like people telling you to leave them alone, then you're acting like an idiot. Which is interesting coming from a person with multiple personality disorder and anger management issues, with a side of a massive ego and a god complex. Again, I don't have multiple personality disorder. When I put on a falsetto voice like this, I'm just explaining how fucking stupid you sound, trying to talk from a fucking narrative that only you believe. That's not the same thing as saying, fuck you, you're an asshole. You're an idiot. You're trying to diagnose people with mental issues that you yourself do not have the education or understanding to diagnose people. You're not a fucking psychologist. You're just a fucking retard with an ego problem who assumes that just because he spurgs out when people tell him to shut the fuck up, it means that he's smarter than everyone. No, you're just an idiot. God complex. I've never once tried to dictate anyone else's lifestyle. I've simply said that it's best not to hurt other people, because you might be attracted to someone who might not be mature enough to understand what you're doing. That is not the same fucking thing as saying, all of you adhere to my beliefs. That's you, asshole. You're the one trying to homogenize the entire human race under the principle that you think you're a god. You're the dumb motherfucker that keeps telling everyone else they need to adhere to his shit or die. Meaning that Gage acts like he's so perfect that he can easily complain about others, but never address his own wrongdoing. Okay, so because I refuse to flagellate my fucking self over some stupid fucking bullshit that you started, it means I'm the asshole? Fuck you. I'm not obligated to lash myself for my own personal problems just so retards like you can jerk off to the fact that someone's made mistakes in their life that have nothing to do with this shit. Intelligence isn't much of a reliable quality when it comes from conservatives like Gage and his cult followers. The proof is this: in Gage actions and character, he has no idea what those two words mean. Intelligence. What do you mean? What two words? Which two words? Because you're not even using those words properly. Hindsight and intelligence. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna look over my wrong. I'm not gonna, go look at my fucking past and say, yeah, I'm a bad person because I told someone to shut the fuck up and leave me alone. Oh, look, cyberbullying is bullying that takes place over digital devices like cell phones, computers, and tablets. Cyberbullying can occur through SMS, text message apps, or online and social media forums, gaming, where people can view and participate in or share content. Cyberbullying includes sending, posting, and sharing negative, harmful, false, mean content about someone else in and it can include sharing a person's personal or private information without someone else causing embarrassment or humiliation. Some cyberbullying crosses the line into unlawful or criminal behavior. Let me guess, you're gonna say everyone's cyberbullying you now because you're a fucking pussy who can't shut the fuck up and go away? The most common places where cyberbullying occurs are social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, text messaging apps, mobile or tablet devices, instant messaging, direct messaging on online chatting and over the internet, online forums, chat rooms, message boards such as Reddit, email, online gaming communities. Okay, those are all bullet points. Let's get back to the reading. This is what Gage and his cult does on a daily basis. Basis is spelled B-A-S-I-S, not bases as in like a military installment, you fucking retard. Actually, it is what every conservative does. They attempt to take away your dignity with fake news, slander, and lies, and then lie about it by saying it was just criticism, which is the same lame excuse that Gage states. So what you're saying is that if you act like a stalking fucking faggoty asshole, people are not allowed to tell you to leave them the fuck alone and stop bothering them and stop bringing them the fuck up. Like, if people are going about their lives trying to leave you in the rearview mirror because they no longer want to deal with you anymore, your first thought is to keep injecting yourself into this person's life just to shit-talk them because you're an asshole. Get over yourself. Bullying is unwanted aggressive behavior among people that involves real or perceived power imbalance. No, this is not about power, it's because you're an asshole. The behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. Both parties who bully who bully others may have serious or long-lasting consequences. Oh, is this you saying that because someone tells you to shut the fuck up and go away, that you think people are being mean to you? Wah. Fuck you, you simpering faggot. And I call you a faggot because you have the brain capacity of a bundle of nails wrapped with some twine. Before you, call me Gaisler, shut the fuck up. In order to be considered bullying, the behavior must be aggressive and include an imbalance of power. The bully uses their power and physical strength to access embarrassing information or popularity to control or harm others. Power imbalance may change over time and in different situations, even if it may involve the same people. Gage uses this power advantage, in this case, utilizes his cult in order to utilize sense of majority over the victim in question, in order to hoard over the little people. In the case, Asians, Muslims, here's the thing. I have never attacked people who are black, or Asian, or Muslim. I have disagreed with Islam as a religion. Islam's not a race, it's a religion. Shut the fuck up. I have never attacked the black community or the Asian community. Shut the fuck up. I have never attacked actual liberals. Shut the fuck up. I attack leftists like you because you're a bunch of simpering pussies who act like the whole world is obligated to change because they cry about something stupid. Which is why the same exact people show up in Gage streams and why the same people are the ones running fraudulent debates and attacking innocent people / doxing liberals and those who they don't like. Didn't you try to dox Kate in your last little shit smear? You little faggot. Repetition bullying behaviors happen more than once, or the potential to happen more than once. This is why Gage makes multiple hate speech videos and enforces a sense of, it's supposed to be sense, not since, dumbass, of repetitive fear in the hearts, minds, bodies, and spirits of their victims. It also allows those foolish to follow Gage to have more than enough resources to push hate well into the 21st century. Yeah, because if you act like a fucking retard saying stupid shit that's obviously patently untrue, it's wrong for people to tell you to shut the fuck up because you obviously don't know what you're talking about. Bullying includes actions such as making threats, spreading rumors, attacking someone physically or verbally, or excluding someone from the group on purpose. All of which from the GC2 guilty of. Wah, wah, cry like a bitch, wah. Cry like a bitch, wah. Cry like a bitch, wah. Wah, wah, wah. There are 3 types of bullying. Verbal bullying, saying or writing mean things, includes teasing, name-calling, inappropriate sexual comments, taunting, threatening to cause harm. Again, calling you a dipshit for acting like a moron is not the same thing as just saying it for no reason. Social bullying, sometimes referred to as referral bullying, involves someone's reputation or relationships. Social bullying includes leaving someone out on purpose, telling other children not to be friends with someone, spreading rumors about someone, embarrassing someone in public. Just because you say stupid things and I read them out loud and people hear the shit you're saying and they think you're nuts, that's not the same thing as me saying you said these things. You said them yourself, on your own. Physical bullying involves hurting a person's body or possessions. Physical bullying includes hitting, kicking, punching, spitting, tripping, pushing, making or breaking someone's things, making mean or rude hand gestures. Oh, you mean like this? Gage is responsible for parts of all three categories. He makes mean and rude hand gestures towards you, Stetson, and pedophiles. No one else. Shut up. He leaves people out on purpose. He tells other people not to be friends with... Okay, so... Like, how did I tell someone not to be friends with people who are left-leaning if I really don't care who you're friends with, as long as you're not breaking the law or hurting somebody else? You're so full of shit that you're swallowing your own narrative. It's kind of bad when you have to brainwash yourself. And embarrasses people in public via YouTube. Also, Gage teases people, calls them names, taunts them, and threatens to do harm to them. Yeah, edgy jokes and mean comments are the same thing as, like, showing someone's address and then cocking a gun. If that wasn't bad enough, Gage is proud of hurting the innocent in order to push his evil agenda. Evil agenda, guys! Evil agenda! Yeah. Fuck you, pussy boy. Pussy boy. He brags about it in his YouTube videos, and his lack of remorse does not help his case. I don't feel bad about telling you to shut the fuck up and leave me alone. The rest of the GC cult does the exact same thing, except some of them do it 10 times worse. None of Gage's victims have done anything to him, nor do they deserve his hateful persona. They do deserve to be criticized and mocked and made fun of when they start resorting to doing shit like grooming underage children or leaking someone's nude photos to harass them because they're associated with someone you don't like. Like, there's one thing if someone's instigating shit with you and you do something, like, really shitty because you're just so down in the bullshit anymore that you refuse to just simply say, fuck it, this isn't worth my time, and walk away. It's one thing if you do something because you're so mired into the bullshit that you don't know how stupid this is getting to be. But then it's another if you're just, like, blatantly saying, I don't fucking care, leave me alone. Yeah, like, abusing your girlfriend like James Soroka, hurting your animals like Andy, grooming underage children like Gerg. Yeah, like, no reason at all to say that these people have done some shitty things. There are many warning signs that may indicate that someone is being affected by bullying, either being bullied or bullying others. Recognizing the warning signs is an important step to taking action of bullying. Not all people who are bullied or are bullying others ask for help. It is important to talk to people and show signs of being bullied or bullying others. Let's see, okay. Talking to the person can help identify the root of the problem. Signs a child is being bullied. A child. Signs a child is being bullied. A fucking child. You're not a fucking child, asshole. You're 30 fucking years old almost. Yeah, like, yeah, you know, because when you're 30 years old and you happen to be an idiot, it's the, like, look. Yeah, this right here. I will edit this into the video. Yeah, guys, this person's being bullied. Even though they're almost fucking 30. Yeah, guys, I'm being bullied. I know I'm almost 30, but tell me I'm being bullied. No. Fuck you. You're nearly 30 years old, and you're acting like a 25-year-old telling you to shut the fuck up and go away. It's the same thing as them breaking down your fucking locker door and smearing your possessions with shit. Just because I tell you to shut the fuck up and leave me alone on the internet is not the same thing as me breaking into your fucking school locker and burning your possessions. Like, you seem to have, like, an elementary schooler's level of understanding things. Okay, I'm gonna, let's see, look for changes in the child. However, it may not be aware all children are bullied exhibit warning signs. Some signs may point to a bullying problem are inexplicable injuries, lost or destroyed clothing, books, electronics, or jewelry, frequent headaches or stomach aches, feeling sick or faking illness, changes in eating habits, like suddenly skipping meals or binge eating. Kids may come home from school hungry because they did not eat lunch. Difficulty sleeping or frequent nightmares, declining grades, loss of interest in schoolwork or not wanting to go to school, sudden loss of friends or avoidance of social situations, feelings of helplessness and decreased self-esteem, self-destructive behaviors such as running away from home, harming themselves, or talking about suicide. A lot of these symptoms are also people who have suffered from sexual assault, like the nightmares and suffering from self-harm and skipping meals, like the person starts shutting the fuck down. If you know someone in serious distress or danger, don't ignore them, get help right away. Signs a child is bullying others. Dude, are you seriously saying that, like, two adults disagreeing on the internet is the equivalent of, like, the younger adult bullying the older adult? Signs a child is bullying others. Kids may be bullying others if they get into physical or verbal fights, have friends who bully others, are increasingly aggressive, get sent to the principal's office for detention frequently, have unexplained extra money or new belongings, blame others for their problems, don't accept responsibility for their actions, are competitive, and worry about their reputation or popularity. Here's the thing. You blame others for the way that you talk that makes you look fucking stupid. You don't accept responsibility for your actions because you make yourself look fucking stupid saying stupid fucking bullshit. So you've demonstrated two of these right here. So couldn't we also say that you're a bully in and of itself? Or does it only work if it's against someone that you don't like? Why don't people ask for help? Statistics in the 2012 indicators that school crime and safety show that the authority members notified less than half, so 40% of the bullying incidents. People don't tell authority figures may have reasons. Bullying can make a person feel helpless. The individual may want to handle it on their own to feel in control again. They may fear being seen as weak or a tattletale. People may fear backlash from the kid who bullied them. Bullying can be humiliating experience. Individuals may not want authority figures to know that it is being said about them. Whether true or false, they may also fear authority figures will judge them or punish them for being weak. People who are bullied may feel socially isolated. They may feel like no one cares or would understand. People may fear being rejected by their peers. Friends can help protect others from bullying, and people can fear losing this support. This is what I'm talking about how engaged in actions are both harmful and insulting to humanity. Because you're a simpering bitch. Bullying is a major problem, especially when considering how many conservatives bully people day to day on a basis like military, not as in it happens like this often. Gage is not the only bully on YouTube, but he is still a huge part of the problem. Right, okay. Bullying can affect anyone who are bullied, those who bully, and those who witness bullying. Bullying is linked to many negative outcomes, including impacts on mental health, substance use, and suicide. It is important to talk to people to determine whether bullying or something else is a concern. Okay, yeah, whatever. People who are bullied. People who are bullied can experience negative physical, school, and mental health issues. Individuals who are bullied are more likely to experience depression and anxiety, increased feelings of sadness and loneliness, changes in sleep and eating patterns, and a loss of interest in activities they used to enjoy. These issues may persist for many years. Health complaints, decreased academic achievement, GPA, and standardized test scores, school participation, they are more likely to miss, skip, or drop out of school. A very small number of bullied individuals may retaliate through extremely violent measures. In 12 of 25 school shootings cases in the 1990s, the shooters had a history of being bullied. Yeah, but that bullying was also tied to mental health issues as well that was most likely present before the bullying. People who bully others also engage in violent and other risky behaviors. People who bully are more likely to abuse alcohol and other drugs in their lifetime. Nope. Here's the thing. When I abused painkillers, it was because I was trying to cope with a problem that I didn't know how to properly handle. But I got therapy and counseling and actually found a better way to deal with it. Get into fights, vandalize property, and drop out of school. I got into fights, but it's because someone else started the fight with me. Vandalize property, never done that. Drop out of school, didn't do that. Engage in early acts of violence, hate crimes, and even terrorism. Calling someone an asshole is not terrorism. And I have never once advocated for crimes against anyone that's of a different race or a different sexuality as long as they're not fucking children. Have criminal convictions and traffic citations in their lifetime. Like, yeah, I got a ticket because because what happened was I stopped at a stop sign. Last March I stopped at a stop sign. And I started pulling into the road after everything appeared to be empty. Like, the hill I was on was a blind spot. So if you're coming up the hill, you don't see anything. And if you're going across the hill, you don't see the motherfucker coming up to, like, good 15, 20 feet from you. I personally think they need to put a camera up on that hill, but that's beside the point. So what happens, I got smashed, like, I got fucking T-boned by a big fucking truck. The truck was fine, had, like, maybe a dent in its fucking fender. Like, the Chevy Venture, however, was completely fucking totaled. I ended up with a cracked femur and a bunch of cuts and bruises. Mainly because of the fact this person was going 55 in a 35 zone in winter. On an icy-ass road. With practically no visibility. Be abusive towards a romantic partner, spouse, and other human beings throughout their lifetimes. This is not a surprise, seeing how Gage abuses Kate and others around him. He engages in violent activities, he has criminal convictions, and he clearly dropped out of school because he has no education. Yeah, no education! He says mean things about me! It's stupid! Wee! Here's an idea, how about you just shut the fuck up? I love how it's like, well, you're mean to me because I'm an asshole, so you're a bully, and you're abusive, and you're a dropout, and you're a drug addict, and you're like a psychopath, no. When I respond negatively to people like you, it's because you act like a fucking asshole trying to justify your stupid bullshit by throwing accusations in someone's way. I will be contacting a lawyer about this, because I'm getting sick of you trying to publish slander. If he had an education, he wouldn't be doing the crap that he does, and the victims of his abuse and bullying wouldn't be writing books about it. By victims, you mean you. You're the only motherfucker that's saying this. Weird, isn't it? You lying little shit. You fucking prick. Bystanders, individuals who witness bullying are more likely to have increased use of tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs, have increased mental problems, including depression and anxiety, miss or skip school. Why does it sound like you're writing all this just because you want to? Like, to me it looks like, honestly, now this is just my opinion, mind you, but to me, it looks like he's using a study from, like, 30 years ago, and he's using that study from 30 years ago as a way to, like, go with what he believes is most accurate. The relationship between bullying and suicide. I love how he's basically just been copying random bullshit in here. Media reports often link bullying to suicide. However, most people who are bullied do not have thoughts of suicide or engage in suicidal behaviors. Although people who are bullied are at risk of suicide, bullying alone is not the cause. Many issues contribute to suicide risk, including depression, problems at home, and trauma history. Additionally, specific groups have an increased risk of suicide, including American Indian and Alaskan Native, Alaskan Asian American, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and pedosexual individuals. I love how you just added pedosexual in there because, like, there's, like, yeah, I'm sure this is just like okay, fuck you, pedophile. This risk can be increased further when people are not being supported by parents, peers, and the community. Bullying can make an unsupported situation worse. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, or pansexual youth are perceived as the only in an increased risk of being bullied, and results in 2017. Youth Risk Behavior Survey shows nationwide more highest who self-identify as lesbian, gay, or bisexual are reported to be bullied in school. Property, 33% are bullied. 27.1% in the last year have been heterosexual peers, 17.1%, and 13.3% respectively. Okay, so it's okay. I don't understand why this is relevant, but okay. The study also showed that more students, 10%, than heterosexual students reported not going to school because of safety concern among students who identified as not sure of their sexual orientation. They are also being bullied on school property, 24.3% were bullied, 22%, and not going to school for the rest of safety concerns, 10.7%. Bullying puts the youth increased risk of depression, suicide, idealization, misuse of drugs, alcohol, risky sexual behavior, and also academic. Can also affect academics as well. Okay, so what this is saying is, like, he keeps inserting LGBT+, LGBT+, like, instead of just being LGBT, instead of just, like, being LGBT, he keeps putting, like, the P+ in there every single time, despite the fact that it's obvious he's been inserting these words in here. To me, it looks like he's, like, copying something down, and he's just spoon-feeding people information with the impression that what he's saying is true because he thinks it is. There are important and unique considerations for strategies to help prevent the bullying of the LGBT P+ youth. While some strategies specifically youth, most of them are adopted by schools and communities to make the environment safe for all students. Creating a safer environment for lettuce, bacon, gherkin, pineapple plus community students. It is important to build a safe environment for all youth, whether or not they are LGBT youth can thrive when they feel supported. Parents and schools and communities can play a role in helping support the youth. Feel physically and emotionally safe. Build a strong connection with the people. Okay, so what this is saying is, like, instead of trying to... I'm not going to read this, because I know this is going to be... This is just some stupid bullshit where it's more or less, how you can make your school better for us. You don't even go to school, fuckhead, so what's the point? Here's the thing, retard. A lot of these people are, like, most students right now have, like, most schools have no issue towards people that are gay or lesbian or bisexual being in the school. Federal civil rights laws and sexual orientation. Federal civil rights laws do not cover harassment based on sexual orientation. Often, bullying towards youth targets their non-conformity or to gender norms. This may be sexual harassment covered under Title XLIX. Many states protect laws against bullying because of sexual harassment in their state laws. However, Gage doesn't care about the facts. He only cares about his and his cult's selfish agenda because Gage gets a kick out of making people suffer. You see how he acts in his YouTube videos. You see how he responds when his victims beg him to stop tormenting their lives and to leave them alone. Dude, you've never told anyone to leave you alone. All you've fucking done is follow people around and say stupid fucking horseshit about them under the impression that that's gonna make them stop. If you'd stop mentioning people, they wouldn't keep talking about you either, you fucking asswipe. He still won't realize that he is the problem, not everyone else. Gage makes a review of videos of these books, but sadly his depiction of the text is uneducated and biased at best. If anything, he is giving the state a bad name. Top Gear, Tip Top. Top Tip. Don't be a conservative and stay out of Michigan. Yeah, you know, like, you're not allowed to, like, apparently, like, because I happen to inhabit a state, like, I'm just gonna, like, terraform the whole state to whatever he believes my beliefs are, which is retarded. Champion King, the Democratic Republic of Democracy. As is said by many people, Gage and his cult are following our racist definition of racism. There's a big difference between legitimately saying racist shit and having an actual prejudice against someone's race, and then there's you being triggered when they make fun of your fucking face, and you start freaking the fuck out because you need to ascribe a racist definition to it just so you can feel like the fucking victim. Fuck you, you lying little bitch. Yeah, everyone knows that racism means that you have some sort of prejudice or discrimination based upon another ethnic group. That is not the same fucking thing as calling you an asshole. I don't discriminate based on race. I make fun of idiots. For 2 years, Gage has claimed the non-existence of Democratic Republic of Democracy. In all truth, Gage is an idiot and nobody takes him seriously about anything he says or believes in. It kind of looks like people do because you're sitting at 1 subscriber, which is yourself. Retard. However, let's address the situation. If anything, Democracy exists just like America exists. The main difference is America invaded the Middle East and the natural resources, and we didn't. America bad! America bad! We America bad! Win! Cry, you fucking bitch. Oh, get ready, guys. We're gonna go into some 9/11 conspiracy theory shit. I shit you not. Everyone with intelligence knows that why do you, like, okay, it's supposed to be, like, day, month, year, not year, month, day. You fucking retard. Everyone knows that it was September 11th with a hoax done by the Bush administration in order to cover up illegal dealings within the government. Yeah, so you're saying that people just crashed 2 planes into the World Trade Center, killing 2,000 fucking people to do that? Sure, way to go, liar. So, let me guess, you're going to say Osama bin Laden, you know, the guy that said he was going to kill people that didn't believe in his religion? who was actually tied to multiple acts of terror in his lifetime. You're saying that guy didn't do anything wrong? Is like you're gonna say Bin Laden like was somehow like some sort of person that wasn't responsible for his actions when he fully was? It had nothing to do with Iraq or Muslims. In fact, there was no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Osama bin Laden didn't actually exist, and thousands of people died for absolutely nothing. If Osama bin Laden didn't actually exist, then why do they actually have video of him straight up saying that he wishes that the America would burn and suffer and perish? Like, why is there actual footage of the motherfucker straight up saying that he wants to kill America and kill people in general that don't agree with his religion? Why is there actual footage of, like, hostage videos and shit that he sent to the United States news networks, both Fox and CNN? Shows how much America cares about humanity. However, Demagog has a clean record. Yeah, a country that doesn't exist has a clean record, no wonder. Founded in 2010, Demagog is the resistance against the conservative right and international American control. That's what. I feel like his words should just be re. You sound like a fucking crazy asshole. Gage's refusal to respect Asian people, especially those in Korea, makes his cult racist. Calling Asian people fish and refusing to apologize to change his attitude towards Asians is indeed proof that his racism knows no bounds, and that the evidence of how badly Gage and his clan of conservatives treat MOC a racial crime. How dare you disagree with me? It means you're racist. Wee! Fuck you, dumbass. No one gives a fuck about your ammo. Shut the fuck up. You stupid bastard. It is embarrassing for America to still have racists still living within their borders. Yet every day hundreds of people are victims of hate crimes and racial motivations, just like Amos Yee was subjected to by Gage and these intolerant conservatives. So because I disagree with someone's opinion without making any racially charged statements whatsoever, it's still the same thing as being racist? Are you a retard? Rhetorical question. Conservatives are anarchists to the core. If someone's an anarchist, then they don't support fucking order, you idiot. And an anarchist is someone who does not believe in any government because they believe that no one should be monitoring or doing anything. Anarchist and conservatism are completely antithetical towards one another. You spastic babbling fucking retard. They hate a free and open government and instead prefer an isolationist government. Hence the Buy American movement, for example. No, Buy American means that when you buy something from the country, it prevents jobs from being outsourced, which means that people are able to afford nicer things that are higher quality. Chinese products are cheaper, built for higher quality, and last longer than American products. Which is why a lot of the parts that, like, the Ford dealership uses ends up breaking down within 5 years, where the Chevy, which is most likely produced somewhere in Colorado, is going to be a lot more able to handle the wear and tear instead of breaking the moment they hit a speed bump. Yet somehow conservatives like Gage expect people to just blindly ignore facts for the right-wing delusions. Again, disagreeing with you is not inherently right-wing. Conservatives don't even know what real freedom is. They think that freedom comes from pointless killing and genocide. That somehow the U.S. armed forces are somehow heroes when all they do is carry out U.S. government agenda of government-funded terrorism. So the, quote, troops are really terrorists under the fake title of veteran or war hero and protectors of America. It is nowhere near successful, and America's success does not come from mass genocide of the international community. No does it come from favoring white people over those who are not white. Straight people over the enemy community, natural born citizens over immigrants, or the America over any country on earth. Which is what Gage does as a conservative. He puts Americans in front of the Deshi people and favors respecting white people over the enemy community, immigrants, or people who are not white. And white liberals. Gage bullies me because I am Asian, transgender, and he bullies Amy because he is from Singapore and not America. I bully you because you're a disgusting sack of human shit who should be torn limb from limb for harassing people and sexually harassing other people, you fucking faggoty asshole. Stop using your race or your a supposed orientation as a fucking reason as to why you can't be accountable for your actions. Fuck you. These are some major flaws in Gage's life that he refuses to fix because his continued ignorance and refusal of education. This is why you better stay in school and study so you won't become a brainless, heartless, raging conservative like Gage, who wastes his life living in denial of reality, who has no form of fashion sense. Oh, I don't dress like a faggot. How nice. Yeah, you know, oh, I gotta dress like a flamboyant gay guy so he'll like my clothes, guys. No. No. I'm not gonna dress the way you want me to dress. You're more or less saying that people need to wear what you want them to wear or they're not good enough to be on the fucking platform. Shut the fuck up. He sits at his computer looking like a doormat. He doesn't take care of his skin. He doesn't style his hair. He wears old, worn-out clothes, and his glasses aren't even clean. Yet he knows how to take care of everyone else's problems but his own. Yeah, because you're in such a position to talk shit about anyone else when you're going by clothes that someone else has given you from the fucking shelter. Yeah, you know, if I wear clothes that I'm comfortable wearing, it means I'm a bad person. Meanwhile, we have Captain Fuckface Fishhead McChild Predator here, telling everyone else they're a piece of shit. Fuck yourself. He doesn't even try to look nice. Either he is really lazy or doesn't care about himself, or both. Why? Because I refuse to dress like a flamboyant person. I don't dress flamboyantly because I don't like to stand out. Ironic given what I get up to on here, I know. But there are still many YouTubes who look presentable the way better than Gage ever will. Oh, I don't give a shit. Yeah, this is why Ganaya was founded. Demigod means incredible, precious gift from God. It was founded because of people like Gage, who thinks they can do whatever they want to hurt people without consequences. It was founded on the fundamental principles that humanity deserves much better than what conservatives like Gage are being in the world. Gage, the idea of perfect world is which consists of violence against... No. I don't support violence against the gay or lesbian or transgender community or the bisexual community. Shut the fuck up. A right to bully liberals and anyone who does not agree with him. Coming from the motherfucker who stalks those who differ from his opinion. A world without consequences for his actions, and most importantly, a white American race. Despite the fact that my fiancé is mixed race, but, you know. Why would you let those annoying facts get in the way of your bullshit narrative? Which is only done by a... no, I said a pedophile holocaust. I didn't say LGBT holocaust, you lying little faggot. It's anti-racism, anti-conservative ideology, and pro-humanity. We stand up for women's rights, unlike Gage, who loves to abuse women, just like Donald Trump loves to abuse power in the office. Okay, do you have any evidence that I've ever abused a woman ever? Because if not, don't say it. Don't do that shit where you say something but don't actually prove it. Because you sound like an idiot. Eve never existed in the world, and the world realizes this. By the world, you mean the world that you live in, which exists solely within the confines of your skull. New England tonight respects the wisdom and intelligence of every individual. Every individual, you mean you. Unlike Gage, who believes that humanity is too stupid to drive a car or to be intelligent. No, I said children are not smart enough to drive a car. That is not the same thing as saying the entire human race is incapable of understanding it. Even though it is hard for Gage to be and act intelligent, does not mean that everyone else suffers from the same mental disorder that Gage has. Again, humanity has advanced intellectually while the conservatives have decreased in intelligence by remaining stuck in the past, which is why Gage connects human intelligence to a hive mind, and which has no correlation between the two. Yeah, there is, because you're essentially trying to get a hive mind. You're trying to homogenize everyone and make everyone think and act the way you want them to think and act, and if they don't do it, you call them a bunch of fucking bigots. You're such a brain-dead little fucking liar that if someone tells you to shut the fuck up, it's like you're incapable of understanding that you branding people as bigots just because they tell you to leave them alone is not the same fucking thing as them actually being bigots. You're an asshole. Humanity's future, humanity's future, is bright and prosperous, but only if we stay on the right path, far away from the conservatives and their deceptive lies, like what Gage pushes against humanity by calling them unintelligent and stupid. If I call you an idiot for saying things that are patently untrue that you've never validated, that is not the same thing as calling the entire human race stupid, you spastic babbling fuckwit. I can't imagine being this fucking stupid, I really can't. If I was as dumb as this motherfucker, I'd just do what Damo suggests, climb the number of chromosomes and jump to the IQ. Gage is a very negative person who YouTube videos are depressing and uneducated. Desmond is amazing, makes way better content than Gage. Gage, the dumb guy, will ever make, is because Desmond Drag Queen is more intelligent than Gage, and it's the fact that Desmond motivates people to better versions of themselves, while Gage just hates everyone and wishes humanity ill will, because he sees us as enemies of his cult and his ideology. Again, pedophiles, not humanity. And here's the thing, the reason Desmond does so well is because he fits a particular demographic that I don't fit. Like, why do you think people that are, have been around a lot longer have a demographic? They have an audience established because they're fitting a certain market need that the other person is not trying to meet. It doesn't help the fact that his mommy basically forced him into being that way his entire fucking existence. Which is why his most recent video includes hate speech against written word and him calling people morons, jackass, faggots, and retarded. Again, I like good books, not shitty ones. Which is sad because no human being deserves such hateful words spewed against them. Unless, of course, they say something mean to you, in which case you call them a bunch of evil, racist, homophobic bigots, and then you start saying that they need to be censored or put in a prison camp so they can be re-educated. You fucking moron. Especially when said words are not true. Yeah, it is true. You're an idiot. Desmond not once has bullied or verbally assaulted anyone. Because he's 11. He's a kid. Okay, I'm not even going to go into explaining why the fuck that is, because you're talking about two different people that are completely different from each other, because their ideologies and their maturity is quite different. However, Gage has done to hundreds of people, which includes, though, but are not limited to, AMSC and myself. Gage is a disturbed individual, and Kate is a victim that I dragged along for the ride of Gage conservative-based insanity. Okay, so you're saying that you dragged that person along for the ride. So what you're saying is this person that was simply there to, observe, and you started trying to leak their information because you're a disgusting faggot. Thanks. He does not know what love is, and has no idea how to show it to others. Desmond, however, always is respectful and a wonderful human being. Desmond is a perfect example of what humanity should strive to be like, while Gage is the perfect example of what humanity should not become. Humanity needs more people like Desmond and less people like Gage. Love is the only way that humanity will survive, and Gage is the complete opposite of love. Yeah, because if I disagree with some whiny little fucking queen telling everyone else that he's the victim of everyone else's oppression, when really they're telling you to shut the fuck up and leave them alone and you're the victim, fuck you. Chapter 4, Fire is Catching. Did you seriously just steal a title from one of the Hunger Games book and rearrange the fucking title, you you fucking plagiarizing prick? It has crossed my mind for many years that the failure of humanity comes from the belief of corrupted ideology. For example, Gage believes in capitalism. It is a corrupted belief. It is evident that the whole rich get richer and the poor getting poorer isn't working. It has harmed individuals and destroyed families. Capitalism is the destruction of America and the world. I'm not the only one who stands up against capitalism, and the capitalist pigs like Gage and his conservative supporters who stand for the government stealing our hard-earned money out of our own pockets just to use it to murder Muslims and oppress the Middle East, all along with other things. The money collected being used for good is not used for good, and America is suffering because of the stupidity of the far right and their massive egos, and that restricts them from admitting that they are wrong. And this other laws that make it Korea. Yeah, okay. Can never compete. We are competing. America is a superpower. What the fuck has your country done? Amtrak is the only cross-country passenger rail service in America. It is a great way to see the country and a cheaper way to travel than taking a plane. It is more environmentally friendly than driving. However, Amtrak, like most public transport agencies in America today, are underfunded and are falling into ruin. The company's public transport infrastructure as a whole is depleting, and all due to conservatives. That's right. is the conservatives like Gage, who is responsible for our reliance on the oil companies and being slave driving. You see, people like Gage would rather waste money sending people overseas to kill Muslims than to put money good use by investing it in proper national public transport infrastructure that will lead America to curb CO2 emissions and the global warming and the man-made climate change. Of course, conservatives like Gage and Damien, along with others, don't care about our planet and our future of humanity! Me! Shut the fuck up, you Greenpeace motherfucker. Dumb fuck. Again, I love how you're making this like, oh, well, you don't like me, so you don't like all these other things. Shut the fuck up, you retard. You're just a screeching idiot who's trying to act like he's smart. You're an idiot. In every sense of the fucking word. All they care about is money, fame, and success in the present. Sadly, for the rest of us intelligent people, we have to suffer the consequences of the foolish, both in the present and in the future. Which makes perfect sense as why so many people hate America and hate Trump and hate Trump. They spend money on stupid things like abusing immigrants and stealing rights from the enemy community. The same two things that Gage hates and mocks. Yet there isn't enough money to provide permanent housing for the homeless and low income to make sure every individual has free health care and financially stable. The same reality goes for Amtrak. Amtrak is run by the federal government under a mandate of the United States Congress. It is funded by the United States government. Yet the United States government has spent more money invading Iraq, being responsible for the quid pro quo with the Ukraine than the Amtrak. Blah, 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 blah. I get it, you like trains, and without money you can't ride the pretty trains. I'm so sorry that your desire for the trains is more important than the well-being of others. Fuck you. Yeah, it's Democrats, aka liberals, who cracks down on corruption and hold the government accountable for their misdeeds, provides a service to individual human beings, and respects the prospects, diversity, equality, and a real form of democracy. No wonder conservatives like Gage hate liberals like myself. I hate you because you're a fucking prick. They are just jealous of success and fame, but unlike conservatives, we deserve positive recognition because we have done good things, not only for ourselves, but the community. Unlike Gage and himself, a conservative who believe in global warming never existed, despite evidence of existence all around them. Us, liberals, actually listen to people's needs, and we take control of the problem in order for the people to have happier and healthier future. By supporting things like child molestation. Fuck you. But we, as a community, cannot have a healthy, happy future if we are stuck on the mentality of the past. This is why Gage and all the conservatives are so upset all the time, because a negative, bad mood, because no matter how hard they try, they will never be able to escape the fact that life keeps moving forward, whether you like it or not. And things don't stay the same because you choose to live your life in denial. Stop fighting time and embrace it. The future is beautiful and so is the present, but only when you open your eye to the mind that you will truly benefit from the great blessing of our planet Earth. Sadly, Gage and a multitude of conservatives don't have the mental capacity to free their minds. Free your mind, guys! Free your mind! You know, logic and science? Don't listen to that shit. Just start fucking your children. That'll free your mind. I hope you fucking die. I hope you fucking die. I hope someone rips out your fucking spine slowly. That way you're still alive to feel their spine being separated from your ribcage. You disgusting fucking child molesting motherfucker. You're such a stupid motherfucker that trying to explain to you how stupid you are is like trying to talk to a gnat and say how stupid and meaningless a gnat is to itself. A gnat like you will not comprehend a fucking thing that I'm saying. They believe that freedom is a form of subsistence that is not going to be enjoyed, which is why conservatives hate socialism. They think that working ourselves to death will lead us to happiness. That money and wealth will lead to happiness. That killing your enemies will lead to happiness. Yeah, it will. Because if my enemies are all dead, they can't fuck with me anymore. That blindly obeying the government will bring you happiness. That hating transgender people and everything in the community will bring you happiness. That forcing your ideology and religion on others and abusing those who don't share your views, like Gage does against me, will bring you happiness. Aren't you the dumb motherfucker trying to say that everyone has to adhere to his socialist horseshit, otherwise they're an asshole? Well, guess what, it will only bring you and your family shame, and only brought the generational curse upon yourself and your family. Whee! Yeah, curse, because apparently it's like spectral bullshit now. Because at the end of the day, Gage delusions, fake-based beliefs does not in any way, shape, or form represent real science or biology. Yeah, it does. Mother and father, brother and sister are real things because they all share genetic material with you as a result of your mother and father producing you, and your your brother and sister being produced by the same two people, which results in you having common DNA. You aren't exactly the same genetically, but you are identical. There are similarities. Neither of which Gage nor his conservative minions know anything about. Lucky for the rest of humanity, fire is catching it. If we burn, the conservative burn with us. No, if you burn, I'm gonna sit there and watch and laugh. It's that simple. Gage has put himself in a very awkward position. Either admit that he was wrong, like the world already knows about, or continue to lie to humanity and be deemed a liar and a fraud while being supported by the conservatives who he brainwashed. Gage's lifestyle is highly dangerous, not only to himself, but for people around him. Nobody is safe around Gage. He has trouble controlling himself and his emotions. If Gage would just give up his lifestyle of hatred and deceiving others, then all of his personal problems would go away, but he chooses to continue to hurt himself and blame others for the consequences. Age never existed, but Gage's stupidity does. Coming from the fucking retard who's more or less... Like, there are so many spelling errors and grammatical errors in this that I feel like a 3-year-old could write something better. Chapter 5, Age Never Existed, Part 2, Anyone can drive a car. It's an easy thing to do. So what you're saying is that if someone's just been born, you can just throw them behind the wheel of a convertible and say go, and they're just gonna, like, despite the fact they have not grown up enough to learn how to read or write, their muscles have not developed enough for them to control their their muscle memory so that they can use the gas and brake pedal or the gear shift or anything. You're saying that someone that's just been born is capable of doing this? No, it isn't. Gage, however, can't get an education. It's a hard thing for him to do, and neither does having anything to do with age, which never existed, but has everything to do with individual ability to learn, and he or she level of intelligence. Sadly, Gage's level of intelligence is low at best, coming from the retard who can't use, like, plurals or possessive nouns. Luckily for the rest of humanity, the sky is the limit, so if you want to drive a car, do it. Do it, and do it well. If you want to be a drag queen, then do it and be fabulous. Don't let any conservative like Gage bring you down just because he looks like Chris from Family Guy, and he is jealous of you for being presentable and handsome because he's too lazy and homophobic to dress like nice. FYI, just because you're a guy who looks nice does not mean you are gay. If you are gay, then be proud of who you are and pave your own way to greatness. It is better to be gay and live life than to live life like Gage. Yeah, you know, it's better to be gay than to just live a life like someone else who just doesn't agree with you. Yeah, sure, being gay is whatever you make of it. Yeah, it is. From being gay pride to just hanging out with your lover, you control your own destiny. Destiny is something preordained. You mean you control your own life choices, or you make your own choices. That's not destiny. Like destiny and fate are both preordained by some sort of prophecy. It is not the same thing as like making your own decisions, just making your own choices. Oh boy. Just like there was no problem with being gay, there was no problem with me being transgender, yet Gage always bullies me for my transition. The evidence in his YouTube videos under the channel Game the Doom Guy and Stranger Guy, both channels are indeed biased and laced with the poisons of transphobia, racism, bigotry, and stupidity. Yeah, because if I make jokes about you looking like a fucking creepy fucking weirdo with a deformed looking face, it's the same thing as just attacking every transgender person. Blair White and Cat Black are both transgender people, and I have no issue with them whatsoever. I might disagree with Cat Black and Blair White on certain things, but I'm not attacking them publicly. Or really period. I don't have any reason to dislike them. On many occasions, Gage denied me the right to be transgender by stating that I am not transgender and are just a crossdresser who can't afford your own clothes, so you wear your mom's hand-me-downs. Now, there is nothing wrong with being a crossdresser or a sissy or whatever. Gage still hates you as long as you are not conservative straight white male, but confuses a crossdresser with a transgender woman is insulting and proves why I am 100% proud to be a liberal. So much bullshit, my throat dried out. Because we liberals don't misgender people, put down people for their sexuality, and make stupid videos on YouTube blaming everyone else for their stupidity. So because I mock you for being a fucking asshole, it's the same thing as just blaming everyone else for personal problems that have nothing to do with them. Engage does all these things and more, and he is the perfect example of why it is never good to be a conservative. So it's never good to be anyone that disagrees with you, in other words. Just say it. You don't want people that disagree with you to exist, so you want everyone to essentially be excised and treated like a fucking infection. Fuck yourself. Once I finish the end of this, I'll finish this particular part. Gage's beliefs are indeed hypocrisy, whether he chooses to admit it or not. If he chooses to speak the truth, I will. Gage is not a good person to be friends with. He will stab you in the back at a moment's notice. He is like a lion stalking his prey. One false move from you, and he pounces. He preys on weakness. Gage finds the community liberals weak and fuels himself from your suffering. The real hypocrisy is that he acts like he cares about people, then really is all an act. A form of deception to blind you from the true separatist agenda. Numbers don't control humanity. It never determines our fate. We do. Humanity created numbers, not the other way around. Numbers are not for evil things, like discrimination and division, that Gage famously promotes on his daily YouTube streams and videos. Therefore, age is a made-up lie built by conservatives in order to divide humanity and instate control of our lives. Never trust Gage, the GC2, or any conservative with what they say or what they promise you. You might not want to live to see another day. Oh, so because I made fun of you being a creepy fucking pedophile with a fucked up deformed face, it's the same thing as killing people. Wah, fuck you. Age never existed. Nobody but conservatives care about it. Because you say so. If Gage is disappointed of myself exposing the truth, then tough luck. By the truth, you mean you keep telling yourself you're right, so you have to be because you keep telling yourself. Again, your argument's like a sphere. You keep feeding yourself into some stupid bullshit and you just never believe anyone can be right. Except you. Like, if they're against you, they must be wrong just because you say so and not because you can actually debunk what they say. Because you're going with, like, SJW logic. We the people need more of those who stand up for justice and not for ignorance of the conservative kind. It is because of that sort of intelligence that the Chinese gets bullied by Americans, why the Middle East is a mess, and why Donald Trump is president of the United States. It is why families were separated at the U.S.-Mexican border, why COVID-19 has gotten out of hand, why they get constantly harassed and bullied and abused and even murdered, and why our environment is in the state that it's in. America is the failure compared to the East. Yeah, America won't stand up and do anything to make the quality of life better. Yeah, if you hate America so much, then don't enter America. Get the fuck out. All the conservatives do is slander China and bully liberals, which helps nobody and just turns people against each other. Which is why you try to you basically type this fucking this autistic, libelistic slander as a way to convince someone that I'm the asshole, that I'm the evil piece of shit human being because you're a fucking prick. That being said, conservative like Gain wants a civil war in our country. A war between liberals and conservatives. As I have written in previous documents, this war has already started. I won the battle between myself and my people. Engaged in the GC2. But the war is far from over. Many people have died at the hands of the conservative propaganda madhouse. Prove it. People who, on the left, to owe allegiance to a flag that represents slavery, oppression, and the rich. A national anthem that represents those who have died overseas for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Yeah, because if the Nazis start, taking over your allies' countries and killing people in the thousands in the Holocaust, you're not obligated to help your allies. Them to do my house bidding. The United States military is nothing more than slaves of the Pentagon. And you're nothing more but a slave of the AMLCA, but here we are. The conservatives support the deaths of your family members. They support the destruction of immigrants and United States citizens alike. They enjoy the thrill of their, quote, enemies dying at the hands of American might, even though there is no evidence that the victims of this American-grown government-funded terrorist ring, aka the Army or Navy Air Force, are actually guilty for their crimes that they died for. How do we know it was who was behind Iraq 9/11? We believe that this was the truth because the American government told us so. The same American government who lied about who killed John F. Kennedy, who supports a white supremacist who was responsible for horrible monstrosities against people of the Vietnam. How America forces to haunt the countries that border the South China Sea, and their presence reminding them one false move, and you will be next to be buried in a mass grave. I love how you're just basically turning into a fucking Asiophile who's going into like some anti-US like fucking rant. Again, if you don't like living here, you can always leave the fucking country. Nobody will miss you. America bullies China and instigates trouble with North Korea. Yet when things backfire, they go out to blame the victims. They brainwash African countries to hate homosexuals. No, the reason people hated homosexuals is because religious fundamentalists back during the Crusades and shit, they started setting up missions and churches over there. Those are not conservatives. Those are religious fundamentalists. I love how you're such a fucking faggoty retard. You cannot draw distinctions between these things at all. You're so fucking stupid, it's not even funny. Everyone that doesn't agree with me is a racist homophobe. You simpering fucking bitch. I'm not gonna read this because it's fucking bullshit. No, I hate the Westboro Baptist Church, dumb fuck. I'm not gonna compromise with you at all. I'm not gonna deal with you because you're a fucking asswipe. The reason why I can't compromise with him is because he refuses to compromise with me, meaning that he is stuck in his ways, and talking to him is like trying to convince Donald Trump to release his tax returns. Gate is really stubborn and hard-headed. He is hard to work with and impossible to be friends with. I don't want to be your fucking friend, you cock-swallowing asshole. You went out of your way to stalk me and stalk a couple of my friends in a really fucked up way, even going so far as to say sexual assault that occurred to them was no big deal. And for some reason, you think people are going to want to be your friend when you do that shit to them. Go fuck yourself and die. All of these things are because he chooses not to free his mind. He is in a lock and with this Pandora's box that he has created. The box is fake. He refuses to release himself from the box and shuts down anyone who is outside the box. This is his mindset, and until he changes his ways to stop pushing people and knowledge away, he cannot be compromised with. Again, people like you don't compromise because all you like to do is tell people they're a bunch of fucking lying assholes if they don't agree with you. You're so fucking brain dead and stupid that your only ability to disagree, that your desire to tell people they're stupid and wrong, is what you consider to be the most important thing in the world. You're an asshole. That's really all it is. You're just a fucking asshole. And you're trying way too fucking hard to tell other people that you're not at fault for the stupid shit you've done to other people. Yes, you are. Fuck you.
Okay, so before we start this video, we have... Are you excited? This is unusually with Peyton. So, these are hair extensions. They are from BLL Hair Extensions. So they're clip-ins, seamless clip-ins, and it is in the colour ash brown because she has got brown hair.
You've been wearing fake rings. Look at that green ring around your finger.
Yeah. All the links and stuff will be in the description box below. If you want to go look at colours and stuff like that, click the links in the description below and you can get them. But yeah, we're going to be giving Peyton a little makeover, a little hair makeover, from the short, dead, disgusting hair to long, beautiful locks. Yeah. Right, okay. Are you ready? No, we're not ready, but this is the hair. So, can you feel the healthiness? Feel yours. Feel that and then feel yours.
No.
Yeah. Right. So, look at it. It looks really good. Obviously. Oh my god. Oh, my hair's so cool now. Wait. Fit me. This is the. It's like. It actually is a really good colour. She's got like natural like highlight sort of things off like the sun and stuff. But this is what her hair looks like. It's really healthy. Like her natural hair. So she's gonna have long healthy locks. It's gonna be really long. Are you excited?
Yeah.
No more dead hair. The actual clips, it's 1 4 clip extension, 2 3 clips, 2 2 clips, and 2 1 clips. So obviously you can do like different things for like ponytails and stuff. And if you want like less volume or less length, then you can put like different clips in. Oh, and it also comes with 2 of these, which are really good. So you like put your hair back with. Let's get transforming. Transform our dead hair. You ready?
Don't
Oh, it
touch.
feels horrible.
Don't touch.
So we're going to section our hair. And then we're going to put a 3 clip at the bottom and then a 4 clip above. So this is the first 3 clip in. Obviously I've just put a bit underneath. It looks like the ones you get at the hair salon because it's obviously seamless. It looks really good, but this is the first 3. Okay, so I've put the 4 and 3 clip in the bottom just to give it the most volume here. And then I put the 2 ones in the side here, as you can see. Look at this. Oh, it looks great. Okay, this is all the extensions in, so I put the ones like on the top bit of my hair, but like at the high point. It looks really nice. Like it matches really well. The people that work at BLL are actually really good with service and stuff, so you can send them a photo of the hair and they'll match your hair in the extension. So obviously you get a perfect match without having to worry like about what the colour is going to be like. So that's always great. Do you like them?
Yeah, I do. I actually do really like them.
She's so like
A lot.
boring. She's not this boring in real life.
The hair looks really like shiny, like healthy looking compared to my hair. And it's actually, it's a good colour. It's the ash brown. Yeah, ash brown. And it's really long.
It opened enough about your dead hair. I think it's lovely. It just makes it look like you've got healthy hair. Someone tell her to get an Olaplex treatment. No, actually, I'm really good. But yeah, I really like it. Big thank you to BLL Hair for sending the extension.
I'm joking. No.
Yeah, big thank.
Because I'm trying to speak about my hair and you're laughing.
Go on.
Like, look at this. This comes out. Look, wait. Look.
No, yeah, that's what happens when you rip someone's hair from the head.
Stop it.
Yeah, big thank you to BLL Hair for sending her these. She will actually use them a lot, especially for like parties and stuff. Yeah, big thank you, and let's get on with the rest of the video. Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today, Peyton's gonna be rating outfits that I wore on holiday, so outfits I wore in Cyprus. She did come with us, but she's gonna like rate them now to say what she really thought of them. I don't know if I've got all of them. Because most days I just wore like bikinis obviously and sunbathed and stuff, but like on the night times when I went disco and stuff, like that's sort of thing I'm going to show you. So yeah, are you ready? You excited?
Yeah.
Same.
Alright, it's time for its first outfit.
In like chronological order. Right, obviously I love this dress. You know I do, it's my favourite dress I've ever got from Opal. I just think it's so pretty. Like the colour and stuff. Also, I've got colds in my breath, like. But yeah, I really like it, and I wore this on the first day when we were gonna go down to disco, but then we literally never ended up going, so I just ended up taking it off. But I think I do have photos. If I do, I'll show you photos somewhere. But if I don't, then it won't be there. So yeah. But what do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Did you wear this dress?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that all you have to say?
Yeah, I really like
Or
it.
do you like this part?
I like the diamond bits.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm pretty sure it's still on sale because I got it on sale for like 20 quid, which is good off full price, especially with the diamonds and stuff. But it's been on sale for ages now. I don't know why people aren't buying it because I think it's Dutch, but yeah. Oh, back's just normal. Yeah.
I like it.
Did you like it on holiday?
Yeah.
It's when I had my hair in a ponytail because now extensions. I had my hair in a ponytail.
I like the colour.
Do you?
Mhm.
Same. Or you do as well. She likes like, actually no, not this colour. She likes like chavvy neon green.
It's not chubby.
Show them your outfit.
No. I will not.
Can you guess what she's got on? Maybe it's Nike leggings.
Right, it's time for its second outfit.
It's not chronological anymore because I literally can't remember when I wore them and stuff. But this is the next one. So this one's Zaffle. That one was from Mobile.
I like that one.
Yeah, same. So it is quite see-through. Like the back's beautiful. It's quite a simple dress.
Did you not wear that on the second or third day?
No, because it was when I went to the disco. Because it was when me and Chloe were like slow dancing.
Oh yeah, yeah it was.
So I don't know what day it was, but I really liked the dress. And I wore it to the disco. I think I wore most of these to disco. But yeah, cute. Do you like it?
I do. It looks very nice.
Would you wear it?
No.
Why?
I wouldn't.
Why?
I just wouldn't wear it.
Why?
I just wouldn't.
Why?
Because I don't wear that.
Well, why?
Because I just don't.
Well, why?
Do you have an issue?
Yeah.
Well, get rid of the issue.
Do you like bodycon?
Yeah.
So do you like it plain like this?
No.
So do you just not like the dress then?
No.
I love it. The back's so pretty.
Your back is not pretty.
The back of the dress. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Do I have a bit of a tan or not? I can't really tell.
Have you got fake tan on?
No,
Well then you do.
because that's somebody almost every day. I still didn't get like that good of a tan, but I guess I got. It's on
Why
my.
didn't you tan more then?
Can you see the tan lines? Can you? Oh my god! You can. Look at the tan line.
Wow.
Why are you being so horrible? What do you rate it?
I'd rate it a 5.
Is it that bad? Oh,
That's
why
not
do you not
bad.
like it then?
That's not bad.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
But
not.
it's not a 10, is it?
No,
Well, why isn't it a 10?
because it's just not. I don't want
But
it
why?
to be 10 because it's just not a 10. It's a 5 at a push.
Push.
Yeah.
Well, why?
Because
Well, why do you
it's
not like
you.
it? But why do you not like the
I
dress?
just don't. It's like,
What, flowy?
yeah,
Do you not like that?
No.
Do you just need like chav dresses?
it's not child dresses.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is. Do you not
No.
like the puffy shoulders?
No.
Do you know?
No.
Why? But it's a nice summer dress.
Yeah. But I would wear it.
Get lost. Can't even try to change your opinion.
Don't try and change my opinion. Stop it. Stop it, Brooke. Right, it's time for Brooke's third outfit.
Right, I do remember wearing this, but it was like one of the first days. I don't actually think I have an Instagram photo of it.
I like the cargo though.
Oh, I think I might, you know. I just haven't posted it yet. Top, I always love this top. It's always just summer go-to. Love it.
Yeah, I like it.
Um,
I like it.
Right, the cargos. I don't know if I actually like these cargos. I got one pretty thin.
I like them.
But, do you? No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why did you laugh at us when I walked in then?
Because, I don't know. I do like them.
So,
They're just too long.
I imagine on you. She's 4'11", you know.
No, I'm not.
That's so embarrassing. I'm just kidding. It's not really embarrassing.
And you
It's
have a
quite good to
Hello
be short.
Kitty brush. How
What?
embarrassing.
You brought it through, yeah?
You have the Hello Kitty brush. It's yours.
It's Selena's.
It's yours.
No, it's not.
It's yours.
But you brought it through, yeah?
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I think I wore it with sandals as well. But this is one of the like first day
I
outfits.
think I'd rate the top a 7,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd rate them a 8.
Do you know what? I want them Jordan 4s where it's like...
7 and 8.
Yeah, I know, I heard you.
Right.
What, you rate this more than this?
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah.
I thought you didn't like these.
Well, I do. I literally said I did.
Living for cargos at the minute, but I want the ones off like that website. It's like, it begins with S. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they look really nice. But I thought these were going to be a bit lighter. I mean, they still look nice, but I want the Jordan 4s because they will go so nice with them. Like the
What do
beige
they look
ones.
like?
They're... I'll show you because I don't really know.
It doesn't
how
matter,
it's-
you take too long to answer.
Yeah, but they don't look
Yeah,
like
it
my
doesn't matter.
Jordans.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
They don't look nice with this, I think. It's been proper horrible day.
No, I'm not. I'm being really nice, actually. Stop it. Stop it. Right. It's time Brooke's 4th outfit.
This is like casual. It's what?
It's just the way you're walking. You're just storming.
You see what I mean? It's so horrible to us. Right.
I like that colour blue.
Yes, so do I.
And I don't mind the shorts. They're quite nice.
I don't mind.
Because I just don't mind them. Would you rather us mind them? Fine, I mind them.
Well,
No,
I
I
don't
like them. I do like them.
I do
Why
as
you
well.
assume I
This
don't?
is from Shane. He's from Pretty Thing.
There's no tag there.
It's not.
Hi, mug.
But I think they're from Pretty Thing.
There will be. Wait.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, there will be. Ew.
It's psychic or something.
Stop looking at us. Would it not say on the button?
No,
No, it doesn't.
there's nothing there.
Ew, okay.
But I like this top. I like shorts. It's just like quite basic. Just a cute holiday outfit.
Outfit top 9.
Yeah.
I do like that colour at the top.
Yeah, keep stealing it.
I'm
I'm pretty sure you got my lace on because I wore lace on this as well
Wow.
and I was looking for it.
I'd rate the shorts a 7.
Or
Or
why
8.
not 10?
Because I wouldn't give them a 10.
Well, why?
Because I just
It's
wouldn't.
so nice.
I know.
What is your problem?
That's why I give you a 7. I don't have a problem. Do you have a problem?
Yeah.
What? What's your problem? Right, it's time for its 5th outfit. Hurry up.
This one I definitely wore at the disco. This one I wore the night where Peyton had a little bit too much to drink.
I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Just look at that.
I
This is shame.
didn't. I'm not ashamed.
You're not ashamed?
No.
Should be. Do you want to insert the Paw Patrol video?
No.
I will.
Don't.
No, this is
Don't,
a
no.
from Lidl. This is just a blue skirt. So it's like
Nah.
out of these, I've got like 3 of them. This is from Shane.
I'd
She's
rate
like
the
a
top
mesh.
a 6.
Yeah,
And I'd rate the skirt
I wore it with white Converse thing.
a 6.
Well, why so low?
Because,
To like the colour.
yeah, I do love the colour.
So why so low?
Because I don't like the skirt.
Why? I love the skirt.
I like it was more like a pencil skirt. I like pencil skirts.
So a bodycon thing again.
Yeah.
Forgot you had no sense of style.
Oh man.
It's ridiculous.
Right, it's time for its 6th outfit.
Yeah.
Hurry.
I can smell the aftershave on it. I bought an aftershave by accident.
Why?
No, I thought it was because it's the. Do you know Valentino ones where it's like his and her?
Mm.
I bought the his one by accident. So
Why?
and I sprayed it on his finger.
Why?
It's going to be a phantom one. Well, I didn't mean to. Picked up the wrong box.
Why?
Right, so
Did
this
you not
is...
read it?
No. This is a code.
That's shameful.
It's duty free in the airport. It's so good. Oh, it's so cheap. Right.
What is?
Duty free in the airport.
What do you mean?
Duty free. The duty free
Oh.
pub. So this is a code. I got it from Shein, and I wore this the first day for dinner, and then I got changed into that for the disco, but I never went to the disco. So what do you think?
I like that dress.
It's not a dress. It's a code.
Oh my god. I'd rate it 9.
Do you? Would
Yeah,
you
I
wear it
would.
yourself?
I would wear it myself actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
You wore it on the first night,
Yeah. Top's so
and you wore it
ugly.
with a checkered thing
Oh yeah, I wore it with
and
trousers,
sandals.
jacket. No, I didn't. I wore white Converse with it.
You wore your saddle heels.
No, I didn't.
You did. Yeah, you did. I remember.
But my Instagram photo I have now.
Yeah, because you changed into them on the night time. You did. You went for dinner in them. You had your sandal things on because something you went to push you in the pool. You had your sandal things on. You did. I've literally got a photo.
Just getting angry now.
Dirty rat. I've just said before 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
You give this a 9, but not the blue skirt.
No, I'd give you a 10, but you said you didn't wear sandals with it when you did. You did. You literally wore your heeled sandals.
So that was the last outfit. That is.
Oh, was it?
I can't remember like what other thing I wore on holiday. God, I can't remember what other thing I wore. But that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. No.